Excellent. Thank you, Stuart, for cutting that bit out. Now we get to the fun bit. Show of hands, who's seen the Mission Impossible trailer?
Not I.
Oh, dudes,
Hey.
you gotta go check that out. The stunt of Mr. Scientology holding on to the plane while it takes off. Man, that's
Is that
something
Mission
else.
Impossible 500? Just out of
Yeah,
curiosity.
506 something.
It's doing a double feature with Fast and Furious 1,000,000.
Yep.
Hey, thanks for coming, Ron. Sorry you have to leave so soon.
That's right. Yeah. Next time. See you.
Bye,
Ron.
Bye, Ron.
Ron's off to volunteer some more around the Arcanum, which is pretty much all he does. So, do you guys have anything to share this week? Any projects you've been on or anything you want to share with us?
Stu, did you want me to share that tech news that I have?
Yeah, you go for that first and talk about your trip as well.
Oh, well, the trip, everybody knows kind of about the trip. Let's talk about this cool thing I found. While I was on the trip, one of the apprentices shared with me this very cool app. And there is no excuse for ever missing a sunrise or sunset again. So if you go check this out, it's at skyfireapp.com. They're working on making this an app for iPhone. Yeah, do you have that, Trey?
Well, no, because I've been in contact with the CEO, and they don't cover New Zealand.
Oh,
So,
man.
damn
I'm
it.
sorry about
I
that.
know.
But I think it's probably going to be in development, right? Have you talked to them?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so what this
Sorry,
does
AB,
is...
I'm going to have to boot you off now. Okay, I'm so annoyed at that.
Way to go.
New Zealandness.
But you're coming over here, Ali, so you'll get to take advantage of this a little bit. So
True.
what this does is gives you a nice map. And this is the members area. It's like $2.95 a month to become a member. You get 30 days for free if you sign up. For our U.S. folks only, unfortunately, right now, but this is going to change, I'm sure. And the more support they get, the bigger they get, and the more they add more places. But what it allows you to do is just see some of these places that are red are going to have a nice sunrise on the 24th. And the accuracy rate that I have heard from this, and we used this while we were on the road, is near like 95%. So pretty fantastic.
Wow.
Got some crazy math going on in the background, but check it out if you're in the States, I guess. If you're not, then go bug the developer to make it outside the States. That's what I say. Give him a tip. Maybe he'll...
If you need a new source of guilt for not getting out of bed in the morning, this is going to help, right? Is that it?
Right. This is a big time guilt you in, and I live in a part of the country where it's blue most of the time. That's why I'm moving. So no guilt. I need more guilt in my life. So.
They should use this for real estate sales.
Right, exactly.
Excellent
All right,
stuff.
so Trey left.
Yeah, Trey had to go. Sorry about that.
He got mad about the whole thing and left. So I'll show you some quick shots really quick here of my trip. I took a round trip, 7,920-mile road trip out to see some folks in California, only to be trumped by a trip that Ollie and I are planning, which will be closer to probably 10,000 miles by the time we're done. But I drove across the United States to Joshua Tree and took an apprentice with me, and then we met 4 others while we were out there, 5 others. Picked a few up along the way, did a bunch of crazy stuff. This is one of the shots from White Sands. We were battling 45-mile-an-hour winds there, so there was quite a sandstorm going. And what you see in the back is not fog. That's actually flying sand in the background. So in some of these shots, you can actually see it whipping up and bashing me to death out there. So, but all in all, it was really awesome. If you go out there to shoot, if you've never been there, make sure you take some sort of eye protection because you can't see after about 5 minutes of bright sunlight in this pure white sand. It's crazy. You can kind of see here the sand as it loads. You'll see the sand on Murray's. This is my apprentice Murray Parker. He's from North Carolina. He took the entire trip with me. It was so awesome. And yes, while we're running Hangouts, it takes forever to zoom in. But anyways, new Lightroom coming soon. You'll have to trust me. The sand was whipping pretty good. So We toured all over the place out there, not just White Sands, but went through some of these. We went to the Pima Air Museum, had some fun out there with some flyovers and some crazy post-processing stuff. There wasn't really a lot of flooding out there. This is just having fun with the photos. And then Joshua Tree itself. And this was the very first time that I logged 16 miles of walking in one day and 12 continuous hours of shooting from like 6 in the morning till pretty much dusk. So it was a great time, and any of you masters out there or apprentices, we have Jessica Lark's map going now, and it's totally awesome. You can hook up with other apprentices. I've got a couple more photo walks coming up on May 30th and 31st that's open to all of the Arcanum and only the Arcanum, and it's filling up pretty fast. So if you guys want to join me, you can look for it on the events page. I sent everybody an invite, and check it out. I'd love to have you out. It's a lot of fun.
Excellent. So AD, as a master, what was it like meeting up with apprentices in real life and getting the Arcanum like actually in front of you?
Unlike anything I had ever expected, and I got a little taste of it when we met with Pete in New York City for the Central Park walk, and I just totally fell in love with it. There's so much, and the apprentices were like, to just be able to walk around and like follow you around for the day and just ask you questions while you're doing stuff, you know, they were just like, it was just a great follow-up to all the work that we've been doing in the cohort. So if in Sphere 2 there will be a lot more of that. In my Sphere 2 is going to be based around actually a big meeting of the entire cohort. So, and part of the tuition is going to be involved in that meeting as well. So yeah, I think that if anybody has a chance, any of the masters have any chances to meet up with their apprentices, by all means. It's not just for them, but it's for you too. I learned so much about them, and putting a face to a digital face, you know, was awesome. So
cool. Great stuff. Thank you, AD, for sharing. Mr. Martin Bailey has something to share, I believe. Is that right?
Sweet.
Martin's muted, and he can't tell that because no one's saying anything. And
okay, I'm on there.
There you go.
Thanks. So I spent most of January and February this year doing 3 workshops here in Japan that I tours/workshops. So I just wanted to show you a couple of photos from each one, and you know, the first one is most relevant for this this particular discussion because it's a landscape-based one. I've been doing wildlife workshops up there since 2008, but this one was really just all about landscapes. And you know, we were talking about minimalist work earlier. This is one of the sort of things that I was doing. Just lines of trees in the snow, and we had a snowstorm. There was like eggs falling out of the sky at one point, and it was just left these huge like brush strokes on the images. And there was a lot of seascapes. These are all like icebreakers, tetrapods, and you know, we just go down to the beach, and there's pretty much got those all over the place. There's this is a boat graveyard basically, but of course then the snow comes in over the winter, because this is all in Hokkaido, the northernmost island of Japan, and it's just you know, the closest island to it is the tip of one of the Russian peninsulas. So you get all of the winter. All of the snow coming down from Siberia. I'm actually giving this photo away as a print on my website if you go over to my website. But yeah, there's these harbors everywhere. We just a big bus. Everyone's got a couple of seats, and we all sort of just hang out or drive around the whole island doing this sort of work. And then we started my wildlife workshops. So we do the red-crowned cranes. We've got like things like skies full of hooper swans and Steller sea eagles. These guys are amazing. We actually throw the fish into the sea or onto the ice, so we can set these up, but they always do what we want them to do. And then there's the snow monkeys. I know that Trey's been to see these a few times. They're adorable. They're just incredibly beautiful animals. Some of them are philosophers. And then we go back. That's the start of the second tour. We go to the same locations. The wildlife tours are already they're actually already sold out for 2016. So there's not much point in sharing that. But they are great tours for people that enjoy wildlife. But the Ural Owl and eagles at dawn, and this is the white-tailed eagle, beautiful birds. And then we had this guy that just sort of posed for us for about 15 minutes on one of the last days. We actually photographed this from the bus. He was on a slope, so we were all actually up on a big bus and just opened the windows. And just as I got set up, he yawned for us. So that was all a lot of fun.
Nice.
A quick update.
Beautiful.
Great work.
Thank you.
So that print you're giving away on my website, is that mywebsite.com?
No, it's so this one. This is it. This is that. If you just go to mbp.ac/giveaway, you can go. That will take you to a page where you have to sign up for my newsletter. It's one of those marketing things. But after a certain period of time, I will stop that, and we start.
Oh, he's muted. You're muted again. What happened there? Did he sneeze?
How did that happen? Okay, so what I actually will, I'll give Tiff a link, but
So that was MBP as in Martin Bailey Photography.
Yes, mbp.ac and then /giveaway. That's my short link generator.
Nice.
Okay, thank you
Very
very
good.
much.
Thank you. Now, Wiz has a funny to share.
Alrighty, so actually I'll show you two things really quick. First one, I'm way behind in photo processing, but I will say that in the Arcanum library, I was out in this particular scene of this beautiful mountain snowshoe country, and what shot did I come away with that I really like? This one. So in the Arcanum library in the very near future, I almost have the video done. There's actually a video of me shooting this picture, and it'll be a serious intro in the beginning, but the comedy of the video of me shooting this is well worth watching too. But no, Ollie, no, you can't watch. No,
Yeah,
no.
sorry, it was nearly a run out. I just had to watch that for a second.
But anyway, in one of the communities, I think one of the upper level communities, somebody shared the real meaning of common photographic expressions, and I don't know how many of you have seen this website, but they hit a little too close to home for some of you maybe, but they have definitions for all the stuff we do. Like mono is black and white effect employed by photographers in an effort to save an otherwise seriously flawed image. High key is basically lone trees on a snowy hillsides, often attributed to shots that after the fact because the photographer accidentally overexposed the image and thinks the resulting shot looks arty. And it goes on. There's lots of them. Glass is the hipsterish way to refer to lenses. But pretty much everything that we do. In fact, down here I think somewhere there's a definition for kit lens that she even refers back. A kit lens is a disparaging way of referring to lenses that are bundled with DSLRs. Owners often said that the lenses made them feel like they're inferior to glass, see above, and that should be drop kicked into a rubbish bin at the first opportunity. Drone photography. See here, where did Trey go? Drone photography is the cool way of flying $500 into a lake. And bokeh is Japanese for blurry blobs. So, anyway,
Excellent.
The entire list is quite good.
That's cool. Very nicely done. As you'll notice here, there are 72 now. 18 overs, so we're definitely getting into the central part of that innings.
Ollie, I think I just saw you in there. I swear.
It's definitely not me. See, oh, that was close. So
It
close.
had a beard.
Yeah, there's a question actually, Ollie, on Twitter. I'm just trying to find it now. So the request from Twitter regarding cricket is that they would like to hear you explain silly mid-off and square leg to the US cousins.
So every one of these, see these fielders running around on the big green area with the squares? That's called the field or the outfield, the further you get out. Every one of those guys starts, as this bowler bowls the ball, they are in a particular position on that field. That's right. Someone's falling asleep, and it's not Ron Clifford, because he's gone. So I'm just going to blame Stu for that one. So they just have to give them names so that you can tell the fielder to go into a certain position. And so silly means close, mid means in the middle of the field, and off is often on and off. If the batsman hits it, and he's a right-handed batsman, he hits it to his left, that's the onside, and if he hits it to his right, that's the offside. So it's the English way of making a very simple idea into something very difficult to explain.
We're good at that.
Yeah. Oh, crikey. Had played it through his legs. Or just behind them. She's a tough one. Good game. This is one to watch, man. You see how I did that? I skipped to my screen over there. Did you like that? That was pretty insane. That's an app you can get only for Macs. I'm sorry, there, AD. That's the Skip Computer screen app.
I could stream the despecialized version of Star Wars right now, right through this Hangout, if you'd like me to.
I would.
Awesome.
Do it.
I'm just
I'd
not,
love to see that.
I'm just not showing my true colors. But if you really want to see something like that, we can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the version with Jar Jar Binks removed?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
and it's
yep, love that.
completely recolored and retoned, and the sound is all and it's all the special parts have been removed from the movie.
Is that the one where they took all 6 movies and made it into one?
Nope. This is just the 1977 release, just completely redone.
And
it is absolutely amazing. And we're in the post show here, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right.
The post show. Well then, friends. Let's see. What movie shall we watch today, folks? All right.
Question I have is, can you stream the audio with it?
Oh, I don't know. You tell me.
Sure, we can voice it over ourselves.
Yeah.
That would be a true after show. That would be good.
Maybe, but that's what we should do. We should have a script, and everyone has to follow the script. What do you shoot?
No. There's actual improv. Where you get a completely muted scene, and you just have to recite the lines. So everybody gets a person. And the instant their lips start moving, you have to pretend like you're them and saying something.
Of course, I don't know if there's any audio because
no,
probably not getting that right.
No, Google's
you
done a
kidding?
very good job of making sure the audio does not come through.
Well.
We can read it. Is a period of Civil War, Bell, starships striking a hidden base have their...
Yeah, you'll get a copyright infringement warning that it can't be shown in Germany.
Yeah.
That might have been 80s gold, too. You never know.
Oh. But anyways, I'll just show you some of the grading on this because it's pretty amazing what they did with the actual film. So you don't have to hear it to see. And this is in 720p, so they've resampled it. Some of this is like from the original negatives. I don't even know how this guy got a hold of this stuff. He's been working on the films since the year 2000, and he's released all 3 of the original films completely despecialized and re-color graded and re-sound formatted. So
Wow.
it's the quality is just, that's the only way to watch these movies. There's absolutely no way to watch these movies any other way.
When he did the sound, did he take the whining out of Mark Hamill's voice?
Yeah. There's you just, I can't even explain it. You got to find the underworld as to where you can actually get these, because I can't say. But if you do some searching around, you can find them, and they're absolutely amazing. It's the only way to watch the movie, as far as I'm concerned.
Excellent stuff. You might have to drop that on a hard drive when I come to New York later in the year.
Oh, I wouldn't know how to do that, Ali. That's really,
no, that's completely wrong.
Yeah. If for some reason they were laying on a USB drive someplace and you steal them like out of my cup holder in my car, I really can't control that.
I was actually going to mention that I'm a bit of a kleptomaniac. I don't know if you can tell by this junk behind me in the background.
I was going to say.
But
from his children.
Hidden from
he's actually stole the office itself that he's in.
How little you know that is so true. Yeah, so I will be stealing that. Just leave that in the center console. That'd be great. AD and I are working on a video for our Kickstarter campaign, which is going to go off. Especially with that great idea we had the other day, AD. I'm looking forward to the finished result of that. But yeah, we're going to come tour the States later in the year during July. So if anyone's got some spare time in July, we'll be coming to a town near you, unless you're on the East Coast, in which case New York's the closest we get.
Yep. Heading west.
Stu wants to share something about a trip that he's got coming up, don't you, Stu?
Yes.
Actually, there's a couple of things around that. So Jake McCluskey is running a website called ShutterClick Adventures, and we'll put that in the show notes with everything else. Ollie, if you could maybe share the site just now instead of watching the cricket while I'm talking. And the
the smackdown.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got to keep him in line. It's the evil beard. You know, if someone's got a beard, they're the evil version of whoever it is. So you just got to keep an eye on Ollie.
Hey.
So Jake McCluskey, who was in AD's cohort before he graduated to level 20, is running ShutterClick Adventures and teaming up with a whole bunch of photographers around the world and running some really interesting trips. Some of them in the US and some, in Scotland with myself, and I believe he's doing something in Europe with Angela B. Pan and various other people. So if you check out shutterclickadventures.com and see if a trip takes your fancy. And one of the things which is just gone live today, I believe, is an Arcanum only trip to Iceland. So anyone in the Arcanum who's interested in meeting up with other Arcanum people on a pretty big scale, then this Iceland adventure would be the one to go for.
And Arcanum people get discounts too, don't they?
Yep.
Yep.
I'm actually working with Jake on a Vietnam trip for September, so I think a few of us have some hands in on those ShutterClick adventures, and it's going to be pretty cool.
Excellent. So the question was from Twitter, Tiff. Where can people see upcoming events and photo walks? I missed it being mentioned. That is a really great idea for a new category within the Arcanum's The Creation Wars community. So I'll be going and adding that. Currently, I have no idea. Where do we go and find where all these photo walks are?
That sounds like an Arcanum-wide question, too. Not
yeah,
just
it was.
Creation
I
Wars.
think we talked about it in the mashup, right? Right, Wes? In the last mashup?
I could be. I don't remember. But we need an event list or a news scrolling site. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought something might have been decided and I missed it. So okay.
Well, it just was. There will be a new category in the Creation Wars community. So to find all those events, you need to come and join the Creation Wars community.
And I think we just decided that Tiff is going to do it too, right?
I can do that.
I have to make her a moderator for that to happen. Cracky
Uh-oh. You don't want to part with that kind of access.
I was only
Cannot be
able
trusted.
to add just the folks that I knew, masters that I had met in the Inception Masters community and the apprentices that I've met. I've only been able to add them to my events, and the things that I'm doing are not public, so I can only share them with the Arcanum folks. So I call on the masters to help me share those with their cohorts, but yeah, if we had someplace locally that we could post those, it would be awesome. Other than the newsletter, which I know you guys have been doing awesome with too.
Well, we've actually gone from 106 members to 122.
Sweet.
Because of the show. So someone was watching. Excellent.
Just in case this continues, I'm sure it's just a DNS propagation thing, but the creationwars.com site is just still giving me a blank screen here in Japan.
Yeah, me too. I don't know why. Because I just bought the URL and then pointed it to the Google Hangout, the Google community, but still nothing has happened with that. So I have to take.
If you're doing the same thing, it's probably not. It's probably something that you'll be able to fix. Yeah.
Yeah. To take my trusty machete to the internet and teach it a lesson. All right. 87 for 2. They've just had drinks. So yeah, it's a bit slow, this particular game. It's being played in Auckland, so that's the exciting part of this game. It's a World Cup semi-final being played in Auckland. I'm going to be heading off shortly, so if there's anything else you guys want to share, now is a great time to do it. And if you haven't seen the new trailer for the Mission Impossible 168, you should go Google it because it is well worth watching. Mr. Scientology hanging off the end of the edge of the plane.
Cool. I'll check it out. I'm going to jump off as well then. I think it sounds as though we're just about done. I've got to go and meet with my accountant, so I'll jump off as well.
That's always fun.
Absolutely.
That's exciting. In fact, I think there was another hangout that I was on with you where you said the same thing.
You know what? It's the I don't know if it's the Tuesday. I mean, it's Tuesday morning for me here, and well, it is for you guys as well. But I think I just tend to book these things in on a Tuesday for some reason, so it's probably just a repeat.
Well done. All right, thanks for coming along, mate. It's always great to see you.
Yeah, you too. See you then, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See
So,
you, Martin.
Ollie, your webpage is actually there, Ollie. It's just broken.
The web
Yeah,
page
your
is
trace-
is not forwarding.
Your tracer route says it's not getting past cognectco.com.
No, I can get to it, but it's the frame source inside of it's not working correctly. So,
Oh, you mean it's Google itself isn't working properly?
well, it's unclear whether it's not allowing the community to be embedded within it, at least under my Chrome instance. So I can see the HTML source just fine that shows what it should be doing, but it's not doing it. So.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I found today too when I tried to redirect an apprentice's. I've been assigning subdomains for my apprentices at houselightbender.com to go to their Google Plus page, and they structure their URLs so that they have a symbol in them, the plus sign in them. So most standard redirects at the domain level, as a subdomain or as a redirect, don't work. And I don't know whether there's some deterrent going on there.
No, you can actually fix that. You can change the plus sign into a percent. Percent 43, I think. I can show you that sometime.
Oh no, I know what you're talking about for sure. I've used my share of %20, so I'll try it for sure. Thanks.
So the 20 is a space. The 43 is a plus.
Yep.
If I got it right.
A little
Give it a shot.
Side note to that sort of thing, if you look at my screen now, you can see a site that's really handy for anyone who's ever doing anything with their, I guess, any website, but if you're redoing your photography website, moving it to a different host or anything like that, you can see if it's worked properly from various different locations around the world by going to GeoPeeker and typing in your web address, and it will show you what it appears like in all the different locations. So it's a good way of making sure that the DNS is changed all around the world and that people are getting to where they want to.
See, folks, the Arcanum, not just about photography.
You don't want to know my level of DNS geekery. That's actually what I'm doing all week long. So I won't even get started. I'll just hang up and say goodbye instead.
All right. Thanks, Wes.
All right.
Thanks,
bye, guys.
Wes.
Here's this amazing scene.
We're about Scientology as well.
That's right. Crazy.
How come you're not using that fancy streamer?
Fancy
It's all
streamer.
stop motion right now,
Yeah,
man.
no, it doesn't. Google doesn't like streaming video as video. It much prefers the odd frame.
Isn't it strange they actually give you the ability to do it, but then it doesn't do it right?
Doesn't work.
I'm like,
Yep.
I'm kind of maddening.
Very good. I will go away and fix that URL so that people can get to thecreationwars.com, and we will see you next week, hopefully, for a portrait edition.
Awesome.
Series. That's coming up next. Yeah, that'll be fun. So thank you everyone for watching. We're going to sign off now, and looking forward to seeing you next week.
Bye.
Bye.